So I've got another 1 minute meditation for you. I did take a shower this morning. Encouraging you if you feel the need to do the same. Sorry about the dogs. So I just wanted to share with you the meditation I did this morning. It's very simple and very powerful. And so I tend to do most of my work first thing, emotional work first thing in the morning when I get up. I find it's a bit like brushing your teeth. It's the most effective because when you really need it. And I woke up this morning, looked out the window, and I saw the moon, half moon. And I tend to, meditate, communicate, focus on the moon. And that's a way of sort of listening or speaking or communicating with the universe, with everything, with life. And this morning I looked out, looked at the moon, and I was really peed off. And I looked at the moon and I was like, why? Why is this going, how can you do this? How can you make life so difficult? And it was such a powerful feeling that I really couldn't look the moon in the eye, if you know what I mean. And I really, one of my practices is always, as you say in rehab, to just stay with the feelings. And so I really focused on my heart and listened to that, what was going on for me. And yeah, I was feeling very, very angry this morning. And because certain things in my life have made the present moment even more difficult than it has been up to this point. And I think that's really difficult for a lot of us. We already feel like we're, doing our best, and then something comes along that says, well, your best isn't good enough, you gotta work harder. And this has happened to me a lot of times in my life, and it's very aggravating because, and it's, understandable that we and I feel pushed because we are, being pushed. And old problems, old injuries, old emotional triggers, everything kind of comes up. And it's my belief from what I've experienced in my life, especially in the last few years, that these things come up in order to be healed. But it ain't pretty. So I just basically stayed and listened to what was going on in my heart, and just, stayed with, feeling that anger. Hey, I've written a book about it, right? Excuse me. But the thing about writing a book about it and studying anger is not to be a person that never gets angry or feels that any one of those words like irritation or whatever. And so I focused on this anger, and I thought, let's look this anger squarely in the eye. And what I could see really was fear and sadness underneath that anger, and a real fear for the people I love. And, beyond that, fear for myself if anything should happen to the people I love. And so that was a real, moment for me to bring that up and to look at it and say, you know what, I am scared. And I care so very, very deeply about my own health and the people around me. And then I go into a thing of saying, well, what can I do? What action can I take that's really going to be effective in this moment? And the answer is really just to keep doing what I'm doing, maybe to send a few more text messages and be a little bit more communicative, to take the moment, and to reach out. But I think what's come up for me in the last 24 hours is really to not waste time, because I feel very powerfully that there just weren't enough hugs with the people I love before this lockdown. And I hug people a lot, and I kiss people a lot, and I say I love you a lot. And it's just never, ever, ever enough. In the words of, Grey's Anatomy, there is never enough time with the people we love. No matter how good we are, no matter how much we hug them, we love them, it's never enough time. So really all I can say to myself and to you is like, I look at what I'm doing, look at how I'm doing it, and I say, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right direction? And I say yes. But keep doing it, keep stepping up to the plate, keep committing and doing the right action, and keep living life and taking chances and not being afraid and not hiding away. And then the only thing I can really say to myself apart from that is I look up and I say, well, yes, I'm afraid, and yes, I want everybody to be well and happy and healthy. But right now, my immediate family is okay, They're safe and well-ish, ish. But they're still here. And I have to just say, well, not let that fear and that caring about what happens next stop me from appreciating all the good things about the present moment, being able to send people a text, being able to get them on the phone, being able to wave to them even if it's at distance, and just being, just loving them, and just being kind of present with the people in my life, and sending them love and sending them good thoughts and sending them healing. And that's the most I can do in a messy situation. But it's a reality check. And I think that for me, that was really important today, to have that reality check and to understand that for many of us, what we're going through is we're going through a grief process in terms of letting go of what we hoped for, letting go for what we had. And we have to adjust to a new normal, because trying to pretend that this isn't happening and trying to pretend, trying to ignore things. I do not want to wake up another day and feel regret for not having sent a text message, for not having said I love you, for not having done everything that I can. And so my best insurance, my best protection against anything in the future, and to make my day to day the best it can be, is to take all the action I can and do my best for today, and to accept that at times I'm going to feel angry, because I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to be dealing with this. And I'm scared sometimes, and I'm sad sometimes. And the anger will come up, and anger is a very important part of the grieving process and a healing process as well. So not to try and push it down or subsume it or put food over it, which is what I often do. But just to try and face those emotions, feel real emotions every day. And that's what I do, and that's how I do it. And that's how it was for me today. So I really hope that helps. It's a little bit messy sometimes, a bit shiny, got my sun cream on, got wet hair, but it's about being real, and it's about a reality check with ourselves, because we can live our lives as ourselves, or we can live it as somebody else. And it might be fun to live it as somebody else and pretend to be somebody else, but I think we only get the one life, and I want to live it as me, and I want to enjoy life and be me, and however messy and challenging that can be at times. I'd rather be I want to be I hate using the word the best me, but actually I'd rather be a messed up me than a version of anybody else, I'd rather be a raw, messy, authentic pearl, real pearl, than to try and be, somebody else's idea of what a diamond is, That's it. Okay, my 1 minute turned into 10. Sorry, bye.